From the Hussman School of Journalism and Media at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, covering the full range of Tar Heel athletics. This is Sports Extra.
Big wins from both basketball teams make it a great day to be a Tar Heel. Good morning, I'm Caitlin Schmidt.
And I'm Zach Engler. Thank you for joining us. Coming off a huge win against number 3 Louisville, the North Carolina women's basketball team looked to get another dub against Florida State yesterday afternoon. Fresh off the opening tip, Deja Kelly came out hot with this tough and one. Later in the half, she assisted Carly Littlefield on this three-pointer, giving the Heels a 3-point lead going into the second half. FSU led by 2 late in the third period, but Carolina would break away in the fourth, outscoring the Noles 24-12 on their way to a 64-49 victory. Here's Deja Kelly following her 26-point, 5-assist performance.
We came in with, I think, really good energy. I think we started off a little slow, but I think once we picked it up, we were fine. We moved the ball really well. I think we picked it up on defense, which led to offense. So all around, I think it was a pretty good game.
Meanwhile, the men's basketball team traveled to Blacksburg on Saturday for their second game against Virginia Tech this season. Guard Caleb Love had a huge performance as he finished with 21 points and a season-high 7 assists, one of them coming on this dime to R.J. Davis for a corner three. Love also showed off his aggressiveness on this drive to the rim, finishing tough with the left hand. He had the inside game going on as well as the outside, shown on this three-pointer from way downtown. Love's performance propelled the Heels to a 65-57 dub.
I just feel like we showed a lot of toughness, a lot of grit, and coming in here with this atmosphere, it's tough to win in. So I feel like we just play smart, we play hard, and we play with a lot of effort.
No rest for Carolina as the Heels are right back at it, hosting Louisville tonight in the Dean Dome. Let's go live to Joshua Dolgoff at the arena for a preview. Joshua?
We are approaching the end of the regular season with just 4 games remaining as UNC fights for a spot in the NCAA tournament. At just 19-8, Carolina is at risk of missing the tournament for the first time since 2010. But a win tonight against Louisville in the Dean Dome would only help their case. And their last In order to win tonight, Carolina must run Ellis off the three-point line. But after the Heels held a sharp-shooting Hokies team to just 19% from beyond the arc, they are more than capable of doing just that. And although this might just seem like a regular ACC game, every game at this point counts for UNC as one more bad loss could seal their tournament fate. Back to you, Zach.
Well, I, for one, will be watching closely, hoping that UNC can complete their season sweep against Louisville.
Former Tar Heel Cole Anthony does it big in the NBA Slam Dunk Contest in 2022 Rising Star Game. Anthony shines in the dunk contest while wearing a fresh pair of Timbs. He absolutely slams the ball down with an impressive windmill. Now that's what I call ballin' in style. In the Rising Star Game, Jalen Suggs lobs the ball to Cole Anthony, who hammers it home. For the match point, Anthony attempts to distract Desmond Baines' three throw by pulling down his pants. He truly left it all out on the court. He didn't win the contest or the game, but who cares? That's priceless. This weekend, the UNC Club women's basketball team hosted a club tournament in Rams Head, welcoming 9 teams. On Saturday, both the white and the blue team walked through opponents to 3-0 and 4-0 records, respectively. the blue team demolished Clemson and UNC Wilmington, going into day 2 with a head of steam. On Sunday, the blue team made it to the final in a rematch against Clemson. The Heels got off to a fast start with this stack inbounds play that found Claire Polito open for the turnaround jumper. In the second half, this hustle play by Ashlyn Ryan led to a three-pointer by Caitlin Dolsky. Carolina won 43-27 to take home the championship on their home court.
With the nice weather on Friday, it was a perfect day for the start of UNC Baseball's 2022 season. Fans showed up to Boshemer Stadium to watch the Heels face off in the first of a 3-game series against Seton Hall, and they got a show. The Heels started off hot in the bottom of the first inning with 2 straight dingers from Angel Zarate and Danny Soretti. And once Carolina took the lead in the bottom of the third, the Heels did not look back, defeating the Pirates 14-3. In Game 2, the Heels kept up their dominance. Vance Honeycutt continued his hot start to the season with this absolute moonshot in the second inning that made it 3-0. Tar Heels would go on to score 16 more runs, and Max Carlson had a solid outing on the mound, pitching 4 innings, striking out 5 Pirates. The Tar Heels would go on to blow out Seton Hall 19-0. In Game 3, the Tar Heels got off to a bit of a slower start, but in the third inning, Alberto Osuna hit this 1-run single into the outfield, put the Heels up 3-1, and from there, the Tar Heels went on to complete the sweep against Seton Hall 7-3. Carolina will be back in the Bosch tomorrow as the Heels take on the Elon Phoenix.
The Carolina softball team traveled to Boca Raton, Florida to play in the first of 2 games on Friday, this one against Florida Atlantic. Graduate student Sarah Jubas was able to score off a wild pitch in the 4th inning. Then junior Bree Stubbs was able to propel the Heels to a 2-1 victory after she scored on a passed ball in the bottom of the 6th. In the second game on Friday, the Heels took on Missouri. Despite UNC falling behind 3-0, Kiana Jones brought Carolina back to within 1, but it wasn't enough, and UNC fell 5-2 to the Tigers. The Heels faced Monmouth on the second day of the tournament. Carolina just couldn't get the bats going and fell 2-0 to the Hawks. A few hours later, the Heels bounced back with a 3-1 win against Stetson University. In the second inning, standout Perkins set the tone with this triple to right field, plating teammates Skylar Brooks and Taylor Green. Perkins went 2 for 2 on the plate with a 3rd RBI in the 4th. UNC softball finished off a 5-game weekend in Florida with a loss against Ohio State on Sunday. The Heels fell 5-2 to the Buckeyes and post a 2-3 record at the spring games.
The number 2 Carolina women's lacrosse team faced number 7 Florida in a battle of top 10 teams on Saturday. The Heels and the Gators traded goals to start the game, but then UNC went on an offensive tear at the end of the first to take a 5-2 lead. UNC maintained a 3-goal lead in the first half, led by Scotty Rose Growney's hat trick. And then the Heels started to pull away in the third with goals from Andy Aldave and Jamie Ortega to go up by 6. UNC's offense remained unstoppable as Elizabeth Hillman and Ortega would complete hat tricks to seal the deal for Carolina, and the Heels take down the Gators 15-11. On Saturday, 4th-ranked UNC men's lacrosse tangled with unranked Ohio State and Chapel Hill. Chris Gray turned in an impressive performance, scoring 3 goals, including this flashy solo effort. Gray also assisted 4 others like this Jacob Kelly goal to close out the first half. UNC was down 1 at the break, but then got absolutely trounced in the second half, eventually losing 20-8. To put it bluntly, you can't score if you don't have the ball.
That was a game where they just they out-scrapped us in those 50-50 GBs, and you know, it's hard to win games, and those 50-50 ground balls give you those opportunities.
The Heels look to bounce back Wednesday when they face Brown at home at 1 p.m. And this weekend, the UNC club hockey team traveled down to Winston-Salem, and analyst Jay Banzit is here to talk us through the team's success. Jay?
That's right, Zach. The Carolina ice hockey team finished its most successful season in 5 years yesterday at the ACCHL Tournament Championship. Even though the 7th-seeded Tar Heels fell to the 3rd-seeded NC State Ice Pack, Carolina still made the tournament for the first time since 2017. And the Heels took down the 2nd-seeded Georgetown Hoyas 5-2 on Friday night and dismantled the number 1 overall seed Virginia Tech Hokies 4-1 on Saturday to reach the final. Let's take a look at how they did it. Against Georgetown, score 0-0 just 4 minutes into the game. Carolina's going to dump this all the way into the offensive zone and watch Zach Mangle get on his horse and win this puck for Brian Hogan. Forehand, backhand, put it up top where the kids can't get it. Makes it 1-0 Carolina against Georgetown. And then against Virginia Tech in the semifinal, the number 1 overall seed, Carolina finds themselves down 1-0, but on the power play, and this is all about trying to pick a corner. Mishka Sabot, number 17, tries to go top left corner, and we'll speed this up so you can see the end result a little bit faster. Henry Foster's got it at the blue line, sends it over to Sabot, who keeps going, increases his angle, and shoots, scores right against Virginia Tech in the top left corner he tried to pick earlier. A big theme for the weekend was picking corners for Carolina. Now this is going to be all about the Carolina forecheck. That's Simon Malone going to shoot. Virginia Tech picks up the puck, but Sabotin again tries to get it, goes 5-hole after creating the turnover and puts Carolina up 2-1, 15 minutes into the first period, and Carolina never looked back. My favorite play of the weekend here, you're going to see Henry Foster, number 81, pick up this puck, make 2 Hokie defenders miss and crash into the boards. Foster's going to get it again for a wrister off the assist from Brian Hogan, going to go off the crossbar, off the back of Virginia Tech goalie's helmet, and Zach Mangel's going to put it home for the Heels, and they never looked back, winning that game 5-1 against the top overall seed. So even though they fell to NC State in the final 3-0 for the 4th time this season, Carolina still has plenty to build on for next fall. Zach, they're going to have a really good season next year.
Yeah, Jay, it seemed like a really good weekend for Carolina hockey. And I know you were actually on the call all tournament long. How was that?
It was good. It was cold, but it was good. Carolina obviously played really well in the first 2 games and then the first 2 periods of the championship before NC State eventually broke through.
Yeah, as I said, it seemed like a great weekend for UNC hockey to build on, and hopefully they can get over that NC State hump in the future.
The swimming and diving teams competed in the ACC championships this weekend. The women's team finished 4th and the men's finished 7th. 3 Heels qualified for the women's championship finals. Grace County in the 100 free, Sophie Lendner in the 200 back, and Aranza Vasquez in platform diving. All 3 placed 5th in their events. The men's 400 freestyle relay team of Tomas Sangalia, Nick Radkov, Noah Rutberg, and Boyd Pelkey finished 7th and set the school record with a time of 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
The Heels competed in a 2-day throwing event in Blacksburg, Virginia on Friday and Saturday, where Jill Shippey set another personal record in the women's weight throw. Jill Shippey won first place in the weight throw with a heave of 72 feet and 4.5 inches. She beat her own record after passing Laura Garrity's 2005 record last month. The ACC Indoor Championships begin Thursday.
5 months ago, UNC cheerleader Erin DeChico couldn't even keep down a sip of water. Now she's doing back handsprings. Jessica Master has the story.
Heading into her sophomore year of college, everything seemed normal to Erin DeChico. Football season was about to start, and she went to cheer practice twice a week as she always had. But then things took a turn.
I started noticing early 2019, I got sick with the virus, and after that I had some symptoms here and there. And then by about September 2019 was when things started getting really bad.
As if out of nowhere, DeChico started becoming extremely full from small amounts of food, and things escalated quickly. Soon, she couldn't eat anything without throwing it up. Doctor's appointments and medical tests took up her life, and it wasn't until she met Dr. John K. Petty that she started to get some answers. It was concluded that DeChico suffered from 2 rare compression syndromes called MALS and SMAS. But after 2 open abdominal surgeries, things are finally starting to look up.
I still struggle with things day to day, but I'm able to eat about 70% by mouth, and I still get 30% from my feeding tube.
DeChico is taking it day by day and easing into things, but she's finally back in the gym.
It feels great. It feels like I'm back with my family. The past 2 years at UNC have been filled with a lot of dark things, but whenever I'm back in the gym with my teammates, it's always fun. I'm glad to use my body and just be with them again.
And Coach Brown says they're happy to have her back too.
The fact that she's back with us and back healthy and, able to go to school and do the things that she wants to do, it makes us very happy.
It's been far from easy, but DeChico says her best days are still ahead of her. I'm Jessica Master reporting.
DeChico's current treatment regimen consists of several medications and regular appointments with her team of doctors. She hopes to be fully recovered by next fall so she can be on the field for football season.
This weekend, 2 UNC fencers traveled to Salt Lake City for the Junior Olympics. Women's foilist Sophia Molho made it all the way to the round of 64, and men's épée fencer Henry Shugart fell in the second round. The Carolina fencing team is back in action on Saturday for the ACC championships in Durham. Fencing team manager Will Joseph also fenced in the junior men's épée. Joseph marched his way through 6 rounds, making it all the way to the semifinals.
Following a loss to NC State, the number 23 men's tennis team was looking for redemption on Sunday against the University of Illinois. The Heels took the doubles point when Casey Kanya and Logan Zapp won 7-5 with shots like this. Brian Cernock won on court 2 singles with his stellar rallies, but that was all Carolina could muster as the home-standing Illini took the match 4-2. The team looks to end a 2-match losing streak on Saturday in Chapel Hill versus Columbia University.
On Saturday afternoon, the UNC women's gymnastics team traveled to NC State to face off in a close and exciting matchup. The Heels posted a season best on vault with Julia Nowhere coming out strong with a career best and taking first place in the rotation. Next, the Heels moved to floor where Lali Dekanoidze killed her routine with a career best 9.90, putting the Heels in the lead. And then the Heels ended on beam with Hannah Nam executing nicely, giving her a score of 9.85 and giving the Heels a victory against NC State. Heels will be back in action at home on Thursday against West Virginia. And if you've been keeping up with the UNC gymnastics team, you might have recognized a new exciting addition to the team. Reporter Caden Hunt tells us more.
12-year-old Tia Weiner, a local gymnastics fan diagnosed with Down syndrome, is an official honorary member of the women's gymnastics team. The honorary member of the women's lacrosse team, Kendall Greer, introduced Tia to the gymnastics crew.
There was just a few teams that we saw, and we were like, how did you guys create these relationships? Like, it would be a really cool experience to have a little kid join our team.
Yeah, Tia adds a lot of excitement to the team. I think everyone really genuinely enjoys the time we get to spend with her, whether that's activities we do or when she comes into practice or anything like that.
And the rest was history. Tia began her journey as UNC Gymnastics honorary member and contributed to the balance of the team.
I'm feeling happy when I see the girls. I am excited to see them compete in our meet.
Having the meet and having Tia be an honored guest, was amazing.
She's accompanied by our honorary team member from the town of Chapel Hill, Tia Weiner.
Having her just feel everything that we get to feel and truly be a part of it, sit on the floor with us. She was so happy.
And it's just amazing to see how these girls make an impact on her life, and she bragged about having her friends from the UNC gymnastics.
I'll be sure to keep an eye out.
Very, very exciting.
I'm Caden Hunt.
And compete against the meet of the season.
The women's golf team kicked off the spring season on Sunday with the round 1 of Moon Golf Invitational. UNC is in 11th place at 10 over par. Kayla Smith is leading the squad with 1 over, followed by Krista Ithukitha at 1 over. Round 2 teed off earlier this morning, and the final round is on Tuesday. The Tar Heel men's golf team teed off in the first round of the Watersound Invitational on Sunday. The Heels finished with the first round tied for second place with a team score of 2 under. Austin Greaser and David Ford led the way to help Carolina start the competition in a very good way. Round 2 is today with the tournament wrapping up on Tuesday. The North Carolina wrestling team looked to close out its regular season with a win against 4th-ranked NC State on Friday. The highlight of the night goes to graduate student Clay Lout, who powerfully executed this impressive pin on State's previously unbeaten Hayden Hidlay. Another key match was Keyshawn Clark in the 141-pound weight class. With a strong takedown and escape, Clark put Carolina in the lead. Joe Heilman was the last of the Heels who scored a win on Friday's duel. Tied at the end of the third period, Heilman used this takedown to earn a 4-2 sudden victory in the 133-pound weight class. But the Heels fell to the Wolfpack 25-12. Next up, the ACC Championships in March.
Carolina is known as a powerhouse sports school, but sometimes the sports that fly under the radar are the hidden gems of Chapel Hill. A sports club could be one to sweep future Heels off their feet.
The Carolina Ballroom dancing team is a hidden group of dancers ranging from national champs to beginners. The team has been around for many years, but recently scored a feature on Heel Life, leading to growth in membership. Junior Leah Riley is the team president and has been ballroom dancing since she was a child.
So when I started dancing as part of it, my mom would always join me, and it would just be us two figuring everything out. She would help me pick out dresses for competition and everything. And so my mom passed away of cancer, and part of her always remains with me when I dance. And so that's part of my motivation, but I also really love doing this.
Riley has been on the team since her freshman year. The team took a hard hit due to COVID and many seniors graduating, but with her determination and love for the sport, the team has rebuilt.
I would just say there's really no stakes. We offer free beginner lessons. You can come and try something out. Like at this point, 40-50% of our class is newcomers who've never danced before. And so it's a good, easy, fun experience.
One of those newcomers is freshman national ballroom competitor Evan Biller. Biller's parents are from Ukraine, where ballroom dancing is very popular.
I mean, I've competed all around the country, and what really keeps me motivated is that, firstly, I just really love it. Like, I find it a really useful way to express myself.
The ballroom dance team meets every Tuesday and Wednesday during the semester to practice both for fun and for upcoming competitions. I'm Claire Hardesty, reporting.
Well, Zach, speaking of dancing, I'm really looking forward to watching our women's basketball team in the big dance in March. But what do you think about our men's chances?
It's touch and go. I know they're on the bubble right now, and they're going to need a strong finish to the season, and it might just come down to needing a big win in Cameron to finish off the regular season.
Well, we can sure hope so. And that does it for this edition of Sports Extra.
We'll be back on Friday with a preview of another big weekend in Carolina athletics.